Okay, on to budget justifications.
So budget justifications is a description of proposed cost in the budget and, if applicable, the matching or cost-sharing contributions. A budget justification is like a recipe. More information is always good. Don't leave out stuff. It's a good description of the work. It's a categorical description of proposed costs. We need to explain what's necessary and a benefit of each item requested in the budget. We need to know why it's allowable for the work that people are proposing. We need to explain the basis for all proposed costs. Personnel salaries are calculated using the institutional based salary, IBS. Cost of equipment is based on a quote obtained by who?
Just whomever.
Just we need a quote is what you're saying. We need a
you need to explain.
We need a quote.
Well, how are you basing the price of this equipment? Did you get a quote from someone? Did you just buy a piece of equipment 2 months ago? You know, there has to be a basis for why you're putting that number in your budget.
Right. We need backup for that. I mean, basically a justification is backup for, you know, some of the requests that we make. Travel per diem is based on current state approved or GSA.gov. Flights are based on recent travel like Expedia, etc. Did you use escalations or inflation and factors in out years? And a good budget justification. I mean, I'm telling you, details matter. Follow the sponsor budget categories and order and the sponsor page limits. They're usually listed on the request for proposal. Include additional items like tables, pens, things that will get paid for by the project. They need to be included in the budget justification. Exclude items.
Yeah, sometimes some sponsors ask you not to put things in. So for instance, NASA has redacted budgets that doesn't allow you to add personnel, fringe, or indirect costs for because they think that they might taint the opinion or the review process.
That's true. I forgot that. Next slide. Yeah. There is this video that explains budget justification, salaries, and wages. So if you have time.
Yeah, it's a little longer, so it'll be on the PowerPoint slides, or you can always Google the Incura YouTube Tuesdays and budget justifications, because they actually have more than one video out.
But it is worth watching if you have time.
Well, we're gonna look at a couple of justifications here, and we're gonna talk about whether or not they're good or not.
Perfect.
Here is a justification for the PI.
1 person months. This person is a faculty member in the Department of Science. Overall management of the research project. She recently won an award for the best teaching professor in their department in spring of 23, and she's the co-chair of the DEIJA committee. Do you guys think that's a good scope of work?
What do you think about this? How's this justifying? Is this justifying whatever budget number it is, that 1 person month that we have in there?
Doesn't have any tasks, no goals, no deliverables.
Yeah, so Allie said this would be good information for the biosketch.
Definitely.
Yep.
Doesn't really say a whole lot about the project. Says a lot about her, but not about the project.
And the justification, this is also a good place to mention that the justification is not a great place to try and put additional information that is not applicable, such as things that should be in other documents, or trying to also put what the scope of work is and try, if you have gone over the page limits for a project narrative or a scope of work or a statement of work this is not where it needs to go.
All right, take a read of this one and see what you think about this one.
What makes this a possibly better justification? Outlining the direct role that they're going to play in the project. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The relationship that students paid on the project.
Becoming increasingly important, y'all, these mentoring activities. It's a good place to say who is going to be the mentor for these.
Yeah, ties the tasks to the scope of work.
and actually speaks to what they will be doing with their time. So between the two justifications, justification number 2 is the clear winner. Now, I will also say that just because it has more words is not the reason behind it being a clear winner. Being clear and concise is important, in particular when we have page limits. Well, everyone marked that they were rock stars at justification, so
Oh, that's
at the
right.
beginning.
Good point.
Justifications are very important.